morning, everyone. Why are we still playing this level? It makes me real sad. Maybe this coffee can help me. Ooh, hot coffee! That's a hot coffee! Ooh. Oh, that is right down the gullet. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Mario Maker Mornings. Welcome. Well, no, not welcome. No one is welcome to the Hypercube. No one is excited to be in the Hypercube. No one wants to be there, and you just happen to find yourself there, and the best you can do is just deal with it. So, I did some offline research last night. I didn't quite think the Hypercube was going to be this involved, to be honest. So I had to resort to some tactics that I employed during the Reckoning, which is to say, while we were watching a horror film last night that didn't require my full attention, I was messing around in the game cab, kind of running through some theories, like stuff that people tend to get slightly upset about when it's like, why is he trying this weird, obscure thing over and over again? And it's because I like to check them out in order to, eliminate all possible solutions. So I turned to that. I put that on at the end because I had heard that there was someone who had said something at the beginning. If you'll notice at the beginning, this is a spoiler. Someone said, "Hey, I left a message for you at the start," and so you can see. Good morning, Clip Clop. Good morning, Clip Clop. Not that that helps me. Being told it's good morning is not a useful strategy. All right, so I turn the comments all the way off. I don't need that. I don't need that shit. All right, so let me show you what I discovered. So if you remember last time, we made it as far as a room full of terrible enemies. There are these giant turtles with spikes. But I got killed by the spikes. It was unfortunate. It made me sad. But we'll let's see if we can't make it a little bit further and do something about it, huh? Let's see if we can't make it a little further. Maybe because I did make it a little bit further and I want to show you what happens. Woo! Get over there, Mario. Oh. Sorry, I wanted to make sure I had the music down. Alright, gosh, we spent so much time thinking over some of the possible solutions in this room. It's ridiculous once you've spent hours in these palaces of nightmares. Just how much time you waste on just trying to confirm certain suspicions. Alright, so right, okay, so this goes here. And we come over here. Grab this. Come down, grab the power block. Head in here. Come to the other side. And this was the discovery. Come in here. Right, okay, so this seems like, well, we've now entered a particular layer of hell that is fiendish. But as I explored this room, you discover this. Oh, hey, it's a power block. Okay, alright, so I'll come over here, take this power block, set that down, get up. Now, you're here, like me, and you're excited. You're psyched up. Like, I did it. I've pieced together another part of the puzzle. Look at that. It says exit. It's making me feel good about myself. You collect a couple of the coins because you think, cool. All right. You look around. You try and you see maybe there's something a secret in here. Like, let's make me big because that'd be a cool way to end the level. Not funny. Not funny at all. I know there's laughter associated with that pipe, but it's not very funny. Not very funny. Not very funny. God damn it. And this, my friends, is the point where I broke. I had a couple conversations with some friends. Friends that had been watching the stream. Friends that had said, that I trusted. It's like, hey, what is going on in this stage? And I didn't ask because I wanted to be spoiled. I wanted advice. I wanted advice on not what to do, but like, am I completely going in the wrong direction? Like, just generally, like, God, give me a little bit of hope. Because at the point that I did that, I had exhausted every single possible option. So far as I could tell, there were no other alternative solutions to get to the exit. I had explored every single possible way you could go through. Every single one. To my knowledge, there is nothing else that would make any sort of sense about how to finish this stage. So I was at a complete loss at what to do. And so I came back to the stage. I consulted the wisdom of my elders. Actually, most of them are younger than me. And they said, I don't think you can finish this. And said, I really don't think you can finish this. And but lots of people said that about the Reckoning. Lots of people told me, oh, you know, you're never gonna finish Dan's stage. This is ridiculous. And part of the reason I was able to finish Dan's stage is because it's all laid out in front of you. The solution is staring you in the face. It is there in front of a bunch of BS and other nightmare stuff. But once you know the solution, which you can break in the way I did by essentially brute force exploration, in which you just try a million different things and then slowly start to come together in putting together I brute forced it in some ways, but even once you've brute forced a solution or a possible solution, there was a lot of execution. The Reckoning was half puzzle, half execution, because even when you knew exactly what you needed to do, it was still extraordinarily difficult to pull off. The thing is, I call bullshit on this stage. I don't think this stage doesn't actually play by the rules. This stage is, I think, legitimately unfair. And I'm going to show you why. This may court controversy. But you may be thinking to yourself, Patrick, what are you doing back in this room? There are just chomps everywhere. Why are you here? That's ridiculous. This is a giant waste of time, Patrick. Friends, Let me show you something. Let me show you something that is complete and utter bullshit. That is how you finish Hypercube. There are 2 hidden blocks that there are no way to know how to discover. There is no way to suss that out through normal play of Mario. No, this stage doesn't deserve a star. Absolutely not. Does not deserve a star. No. Refuse. Here's what's even wilder about it. Here's what's even crazier about that ending. If you go to Core Spot, if you load up Hypercube, like you want to edit it. Right, okay, so now we've got the stage in front of us. So you would think to yourself, oh, I know that this is, I now know all of the secrets to the Hypercube, right? Like, I don't use the editor. I used the editor on this, and here's why I feel legitimate about my use of the editor. Because even in the editor, you can't figure out the solution to the puzzle without screwing around. Look at this. Let me show you something. Let me show you something. Look, those blocks aren't there. Those blocks don't appear. The blocks that you use to exit using the P-switch do not appear until you click on the blocks. So even in the editor, you cannot discover what the solution is until you click on them. You click on other ones, look. Nothing. 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 Those? You find the hidden blocks. You can only find them if you try to move them, which is the only way to figure out how to solve the end of the stage. Which, I pride myself on being able to finish these stages without any assistance. But I am going to call BS on the end of this stage. I don't think it is reasonable for someone to figure out the end of that without resorting to going to the editor, because I don't think that is, as far as, I don't know if that's a proper glitch, but that is, that is not something to be reasonably expected. Even the Rikening, while it was a total asshole of a level, was within the realm of Mario mechanics used in strange ways. This was just, ugh. This was just, ugh. So I refuse to concede defeat. I don't consider that to be the Griffin won. I feel like that was above and beyond the, that was a step too far, Griffin. It was a step too far, Griffin Malcolmore. Just because I finished the level does not mean I'm going to call you by your real name now. And from what I can tell, I have heard from other people that the end of that level is just filled with comments about people complaining about the end of that stage. Let's see if we can go to the comments and see what people have to say. And the reason the end of it is a bummer is because the rest of the level is incredibly well designed. Like, I mean, last night when I made it to that section in which I got to that pipe, I was so proud of myself. And those are the moments that I relish about these difficult stages. Like, the hardest Mario Maker stages that I've encountered, the ones that are a combination of puzzle and brutal platforming and misdirection. I know that people sort of laugh and mock the, like, oh, he's going down this path again. I enjoy doing that. I find that to be a lot of fun. It is enjoyable and cathartic to tick the boxes on a stage. Let's see what people have to say. Dirty. Can't say I dig the last gimmick. The rest was good, though. View comment. Try again. Wow! Wow, he did it! I was wondering if you could actually pull that off. That is, oh man, that deserves a yeah. Nicely done. P-Block and Smile Room, yeah. Little Griffin, you eat all my soul. I used to like you. Oh, oops. Definitely gotta yeah that. The ending would have been great if the ending was using the last pipe. Cheap exploit. If I don't even cross by the music notes. Hey! Hey, don't, Andy! Some people think the music notes were hiding something. You're a monster just like Reichert. Yeah, that's a yeah. Make a Hypercube 2 and make it better for non-experts. Oh, come on. Would a truly cheap and awful level this needs to be patched out? I'm with you, Lauren. I laughed, I cried, I loved, and then I cried again. Great course. No, I'm not giving you that. This comment contains spoilers. P-block plus that? I don't... Oh, P-block plus smile. I get it. That's a clever hint. That's a clever hint. Oh, I'm going to give you a... I'll give you a plus. As far as people know, is that actually an exploit, or is that something that is ever properly deployed in the Mario series? And then I guess what's interesting is if you even consider using the editor to be an exploit at that point, because it's possible to look at the Hypercube as just a meta stage, right? In which you are forced to download the editor to discover the trick to get through, because the trick itself is even... Wow, is it actually in the map there? It's actually in the map. If you look, it is in... you can see the 2 blocks in the map. I wonder if it's there because I completed it? That's weird. That's weird. The TI-113, or the T-113, even if you hacked Super Mario World, you could not put 2 blocks of that type in the same space. Stisto, it's a legitimate glitch in the game you can manipulate fairly easy. So, okay, I guess we are in glitch territory, but... I will say I am psyched to be done with the Hypercube. That's not how I wanted it to end. It isn't, that's not how I wanted it to go out. But, you know, let's see if some of the levels that Nintendo's trying to recommend to me. Griffin McElroy, I just treated an important GIF at you. Okay. I'm looking. Wow. Wow. Okay, hold on. Let's pull this up on the big board. Select region. So this was just sent to me by Griffin. So what Griffin's trying to communicate here is that he's saying he left a clue in the level. In the upper left-hand stage, there is a section that has an upside down, what appears to be now an upside-down smile. And on the left-hand side is a block, which in Griffin's mind is a legitimate clue about there being a block. In the other one, despite the fact that he is still taking advantage of a glitch in the game, which I feel like, even if you put a hint about the glitch, does not remove the fact that you used a glitch in order to achieve the exit to your stage. But I will say that it is clever that you did leave a path for people to, I guess, theoretically realize there's a way through. So, okay, I tip my hat to you there. But I don't know if I necessarily give you 100% credit on that one. Closed Pistachio. Pat, if you're curious about the invisible blocks, check out this very simple stage. Okay. Alright. Let's check out this. E, B0F 000000 A3 E2 4 2. Oh. E2 4 E. If I was to provide a criticism to Griffin about that clue, I think the way that it would have made sense is if you allowed the player to get into that. So if you had made, the way I would have modified the stage myself is that if you manage to make it all the way to that room with the pipe that has the laughter, allow the player to get through to the other side, to get into that room with the upside down smile. Have a hidden P block or P switch in that area, so that if you access it, if you use the P switch, you realize, oh, like this would allow me to escape to the left, and that might have been enough to plant a seed to explore in the other room, or this idea that you might have been able to manipulate the outside objects in some way. I feel like just having it there in the corner probably wasn't enough. So let's see. Trust. Oh. Okay. That's it. Okay. Griffin McElroy, your suggestion is I make an inescapable prison of the mind more escapable. It's fine if you want to make a level that truly is a nightmare. I feel like at that point you have to consider using the editor part of finishing the level, though. I feel like the editor is at that point canonical to finishing the stage. Otherwise, if you don't give players enough to actually reasonably manipulate the stage, I feel like, yeah, it's fine. I mean, hey, you can do whatever you want. I can't stop you. Bowser's Bumper Clown Cars. So we'll just kind of tool around here as we work our way to the end. We'll make this a slightly shorter stream in the morning. Okay. Ah! Can I make my way under? Oh god. I don't think I can make it through. Oh man, that's pretty ridiculous. It's the trampolines at the bottom that really screw with you. Oh man. Smeet Bass, I think people have now officially decided just to mess with poor Patrick. Hey! I absolutely love this. It has been tremendously fun to play levels in which people are messing with my head, in which they are, they're looking at me as a player and seeing, like, what is he good at? What is he bad at? I've been meaning to write an article about this, but I find it completely fascinating as a player to engage with stages that are almost exclusively made for me. I mean, I realize other people are playing them. Oh, so close. Come on. Get out. Go down. I did it. I made it. Woo! Oh no. Oh god. Can I just hang out down here? Okay, maybe I'm hoping that Mini Koopa can... Ah! That is ridiculous. But I think we're going to draw Mario Maker Mornings to an early close today. We have finished the Hypercube. Griffin, I tip my hat to you. On some level, you did actually best me. I think we may have actually come to a draw there as opposed to me winning or you winning. But I'm looking for a new challenger. Who's out there? Who wants to come at me? Who wants to make a level for the Kluppic? We are going to take a break from troll stages for a little while. I would classify the Reckoning and Hypercube as troll stages, in which they are rife with misdirection. They are meant to kill you. You are not meant to escape necessarily. People have expressed, and I mentally need a break from some of those stages. So now we're looking for the most creative, interesting stages that maybe better reflect some of the more unique things that people are doing with Mario Maker. So if you have ones that you've spotted, if there are ones that you have made, make sure and leave a comment on the YouTube archive of this stream at youtube.com/PatrickKluppic. We'll do at least a week's worth of something else before we consider going down the path again of something like the Hypercube. But my thanks to Griffin McElroy. I'll call you by your real name. Also, Griffin, I just want to say it was something I really enjoyed. Hold on, I'm going to pull it up. Is that as we've had a cross-section of people that follow the both of us, there have been people that are convinced. I don't know how to say your name. Let's see, this is my favorite one over here. I feel bad calling them out, but it's okay. We had a pleasant and fun exchange. This is a comment on my YouTube video, one of several that play in this space. For the love of God, his name is Griffin McElroy, not Macklemore. Beg to differ. I've done my research. Well, at least he, you know, deferred to me. You know, could have been worse. Thanks, Trey Hawkins, for deferring, because I did my research. I'm a reporter, all right? I won't put BS out into the world. Come on. All right, you can find archives to this and many other things, including the finale to my Soma playthrough, in which I see the ending of the game. You can see all of my playthrough of Soma at youtube.com/PatrickKluppic. Later today, I'm going to record footage from the new Fatal Frame on Wii U, so look for that on the channel. If not later today, then later tonight. And I've got some Spookman with Scoops plans in the works for the coming week, so stay tuned. Thanks, everyone, for watching. Thanks to Griffin for making the level. I'll see everyone later.